Consumers these days are more exposed to harm or some other kinds of loss in public spaces as a result of not only accidents but violent actions such as robberies, protests as well as muggings, just among others. But should you be caught in the crossfire, uyazi ukuthi uklema kubani? Well, if your answer is no, awukho wedwa. Consumers do not fully understand how the law of liability actually works and what their legal recourse is. Now, today on our program, we look into the law of liability as well as your rights as a consumer. Igama lami ngu-Alisha Unhlanhla Kajali, and you're watching Yilungelo Lakho. It's your right. Khona la ku SABC 1 asihlale phezulu kwendaba. Yebo ke mbukeli, abathengi abaningi bathwala izandla emakhanda bengazi nokuthi bazophuma babheke phi babize bani uma phela sebehlelwe ingozi ezidalwa udlame lasemgwaqweni nangembhikisho ezidingo zomphakathi phecelezi ama-service delivery protests. Namuhla ke mbukeli sokupha ulwazi lokuthi uma wena uzithola uchaphazeleka odlameni noma kwenzeka ingozi, ubani ekumele abhekane nalezo zindleko. Asibheke nanku umbiko.
Onke malanga siphuma etindlini tethu siyotama impilo lengcono etindzaweni letinyenti. Kepha sisahamba lapha emigwaqweni nasetaladini kungenteka noma ngabe yini. Sikhuluma nje tigebengu letibamba timoto temali tithe cithi saka. Tigebenga ngisho emini kalapha. Akumangalisi ke nekuthi emaphaphu sekahlala setulu kubathengi.
Obviously, it's a bit scary, to be very honest, with everything that has been happening in our country. But yeah, you just feel like running away, going somewhere.
I know, yeah, but again, like, yeah. Ngoba sometimes balokubona maybe someone with suspect.
Angiyabaleka vele ngoba kaningi ngibona abantu badubulana lapho abamba inkunzi, so ngiyasaba vele.
Most of the time when I'm made with this fence, I run away. I run. To be honest, I'm scared of those cars.
I just have to run away because I know what bungozi vele nje ukuthi zizenze because so far umanje kuphela uzojama phambi kwazo anytime ungana wadutshulwa wena or someone else.
Kepha ke kugetshengwa kwetimoto letitfola imali akusibo nje kuphela bungoti lebahlangana nabo bathengi. Mihla yonke le bosomatekisi bayadubulana babanga imigwaco. Wena ke ugibele leyo tekisi ngebhadi uyadubuleka. Etitimeleni bagibeli babanjwa inkunzi mihla yonke le. Titimela tiyashayisana noma tihlaselwa abagibeli. Ngebhadi ke nawo ukhona lapho ulimale noma ushone. Kumbe uthi uyahamba kanti utithela kutoyitoyi. Kuvinjwe imigwaco. Kushiswa emathayi. Nayi imoto yakho yokhela umlilo isha iyanconca. Kumbe uthi uyothenga esitolo kanti utawutithela etigebengwini. Ukhala esibhamu kube busaphusaphu. Ngebhadi ushaywe inhlavu. Ngubani ke lekumela abhadale tindleko tasesibhedlela noma temngcwabo etimeni letifana naleti.
Alright, ake siubambe lapho ke lo mbiko mbukeli okwamanje. Sizobuye siqhubeke nawo ke siza ukuthi abathengi bona emgaqweni bathini mayelana nale ndaba kwamanje. Asamukela ivakashi zethu namhlanje. Ngihleli intokazi ezinhle ngempela, ngisho yena usisi usiya wotshela ovela ke kweMacrobet Attorneys. Sinaye nentokazi ke usisi uMokhadi Malebye ovela enhlanganisweni yemshwalense abayibiza ngokuthi isasya. Izintokazi ke namhlanje zizosifundisa ukuthi ungenza njani wena muthola ukuthi mhlawumbe uyalimala noma ulimalelwe imoto uyithola usekuma service delivery protest noma nje ezinye izinto ezingekho endaweni in your own personal space. Ladies, sanamukela. Thank you so much for joining us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alicia.
Good afternoon, Alicia.
All right, sisi asiqale ngawe ummeli wena. Let's talk about particularly the focus ya namhlanje liability law. Sibonile insight ukuthi ngathi abantu abaningi abazi ukuthi baphuma babheke phi nokuthi this law even exists. Osichazele kabanzi ukuthi wazini wena ngalo mthetho lo.
Well, it is such a broad topic because it covers quite a lot of things. For example,
We can take an instance whereby there are people that have been injured or they died, kuba kune protest. There's a specific law that deals with that, and it's quite clear on the statutory liability. We have incidents that has been highlighted relating to injuries and death on trains. Once again, there's another process that is involved with that, even though that one is not there's not a specific statutory law that deals with that, but there's an issue of vicarious liability in terms of like UPRASA having to take a responsibility, but still it depends. We have seen another example of situations whereby people just get caught randomly because they happen to be the victim of the circumstances. It depends, and it's not always clear because the law always looks deep at the case and looks at the surrounding circumstances before you can pin the liability. You cannot just randomly place a liability without having looked at certain factors that do guide us. Exactly.
Later on, and it's a broad topic, because I think that is why abantu are not even interested in going to find out, because uzoqalaphi. So Smokhadi, wena usichazele kabanzi ngizwa kuthiwa isashwe, but you deal with these, but it's specifically assets and not abantu. Awusichazele apho Ntokazi.
Yebo sis Alicia. So SABC is a short-term insurance company. SABC does not cover personal injuries or death. So Tina, we're more on the property damage. So if you drive into a service delivery protest, as an example, or oyisebenzisile earlier, imoto yakhe iyashayeka mhlambe i-windscreen or iyashiswa kanjalo, we cover that as SABC, provided une cover. If une stall kanje, even emalokishini mawuthi uyabheka, the stalls on the sides of the road, those are things that we would cover, because those people, they are very prone to abantu bebamoshela whenever there's protests. So people could just be running past, baqale bathatha izinto noma bamosha imoto yakho or bangene idoro. So as SABC, we come through and we cover that if a client has taken our cover.
Yes. Do you feel ukuthi abantu bayazi more about lena in terms of awareness?
Unfortunately not. I feel ukuthi in terms of consumer education, sisenomsebenzi omkhulu ekumele siwenze. Abantu basemzansi abayazi SABC. Abantu banama policy, banama insurance policies, ane SABC phakathi kodwa abayazi SABC, abanye bayayazi kodwa bayizwisisa ukuthi isebenza kanjani. Ngizokunikeza example, uyahamba uyothenga imoto, you so excited ukuthi uthathe leyo moto uyidrive, bakunikeza amaphepha womshwalense, you just sign, awazi ukuthi usayinelana. Abantu abaningi, when they do that, you'd find ukuthi SABC is part of leyo policy kodwa bazwisisa ukuthi isebenza kanjani. So asifundi. So once kanjani amalungelo wethu singafundi.
Siyawathula kanjani Ntokazi? I mean, we saw the insert iqala nje ngobhuti uthi ubhuti yini yona le enikhuluma ngayo, bengazi nokuthi ikhona into enjalo. So do you also feel ukuthi abantu ngempela kuhlwile ngempela when it comes to izinto ezifana nama liabilities?
Hey, kunzima, to be honest with you, Siswam, because for example, me as a lawyer, will come across somebody who comes to you with a certain particular case that they are faced with, and to them, okay, bafika kuwe. Please accept my voice. Bayafika kuwe nengxaki, and to them, it's like ingxaki enoveske solveke nje without having to look at the circumstances. Baye balibale into yokubana nathi njengoba sizi lawyers, we are guided by imithetho ethile.
Yes.
And there are certain things that will have to take into consideration to convince a court that indeed the case lena ebambekayo, in as much as xa umuntu esiza kuwe ezofuna uba umncede ngale case, kufuneka bathathe into consideration the other party nayo, they are busy preparing their cases in terms of like the defense.
As a counter, yeah.
Exactly. So when you are taking that case, you take that case taking into consideration the whole lot of factors that are involved, and you also have to find yourself whereby you have to consider what the other party might be considering, looking at other cases or similar cases that has been decided before. Exactly.
But then, Sisiya, osichazele kabanzi-ke, when we're talking about ukuthi umuntu unelungelo lokuthi angakoclaima for liability, as we mentioned, amalokhuza nama-service delivery protest, but then yizini enizozibheka ukuthi umuntu before engakwazi ukuthi azoloja leyo complaint or case?
Okay. What is happening is that kwezinye instances umuntu uye abe injured. In that case, there is a potential liability in terms of like you can go and claim.
Okay.
Okanye if ungekho injured, ufumanisa into yobana umzali wakho uye wathi washona in that kind of situation. But because you are a beneficiary, there are certain instances whereby you as a beneficiary, you can claim for a loss of support because wena ubuxhomekeke kulaa mzali wakho. So The fact that you have lost umzali wakho, you have to lodge for a claim of loss of support. But if you have been injured, you have to prove like your medical expenses, like how much have you spent? What is the inconvenience that has happened into your life as a result of the incident that you have been faced with?
You know, ngifuna ukubuza emva kwekhefu ukuthi kahle kahle le liability insurance ithathwa kuphi? Does it come standard when you go and apply for example izinto efana no life insurance and medical aid and so forth, so that abantu bezokwazi ukuthi this is the beginning of where you must actually ask for your liability insurance. Mbukeli, uma sibuya ekhefini sizozwa kunina lapha emgaqweni ukuthi nicabanga ukuthi ubani ngempela kumele athwale indleko ezimeni ezibandakanye nalezi. Let's come back after this. Welcome back. Ake sizwe ukuthi nina-ke nicabanga ukuthi uma ngabe yini ekumele ubheka ubani kahle kahle ekumele abhekane nezindleko zodlame olwenzeka ezindaweni zomphakathi asizwe ukuthi nithini.
I don't know actually who is liable.
If kwenze ukuthi ngishone igovernment ifana ukuthi ingcwabe ibhadala nomndeni wami wonke ama expenses, and futhi if kwenze ukuthi ngihambe esibhedlela igovernment ifana ukuthi ibhadala imedication wami wonke.
Le company le private company ngeke babhadale labantu.
Ngase ba blame because ba mmereko ngwabona if like yakubile. Implement nguye kumele ngibhekele like vele like if kongi funeral nani yabo. Yeah, ngoba vele yeah, we crossfire. I see with like
insurance. Mina nginayo insurance. So years onginakekela ingenze leyo kinto.
So I would say the government should do something about it.
So if it would happen to you, would you know where to go to? Which door would you knock on first?
You don't know where to go to. That's the thing. You don't know where to go to.
Ngihlelana ke nentokazi usisi usiyawotshela ongummeli kanye ke nentokazi uMokhadi Malebe ovela eSASRIA. All right, so ladies niyayibona ukuthi abantu bathina estradweni, we're talking about the fact that abantu abandasen. Mokhadi, let's start with you. What do you think about those views that we've just seen just now? Abantu abaningi, they seem to think that government is liable.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Sisalisha ukubona ukuthi abantu bacanga ukuthi government is liable.
Is it liable?
Look, what they don't understand about insurance is that in terms of our side, on our side in terms of your property, government is not liable. You need to buy your own insurance. Even people that work for government have to buy their own SASRIA cover. You look at our councillors, you look at our mayors.
We saw a spike where government buildings were being destroyed during service delivery protests. So you're saying that the institution itself still has to have that cover?
So we have municipalities, a number of municipalities that are covered by SASRIA. So they have to buy policies. You need to understand with insurance, for insurance to cover, you need to pay our premiums. Insurance is not automatic, and I think that's where people miss it. Government is on kokel, and I think the other thing that would be confusing for us as SASRIA, we are an insurance company that is owned by the government. So by virtue of us being owned by the government, it's easy for people to think, government would take care of us. It doesn't work like that. We happen to be owned by the government, but you still have to buy the cover, pay premiums on a monthly basis in order to enjoy cover.
What types of cover are there that would automatically recognize, say, individual cover? I know this is not your forte, but abantu ngaba advisor kanjani, because I know when I particularly deal nama assets, but which ones are the most common ones abantu abangayithatha when applying for insurance?
Look, we have our counterparts Nabo who are our stakeholders too. Tina, we plug the gap. The other insurers that we have in the country would take care of such. They do have liability sections. They do have personal accident sections that they can take care of you when incidents like this happen. But in the ballegile sisalisha ukuthi abantu mabathenga ama policy mabawafunde, because ungathola ukuthi mhlambe ulimala striking, any policy yakho ithi strike is an exclusion. Into abangayikhavi leyo. So even if you go to any other insurers except to SASRIA and say ngifuna ukuthi bangikhave because SASRIA only covers material damage, funda mawungazwisisi into oyifundayo, if unengane ekhaya inikeza ingane ikufundela ingane yesikolo, ask these questions until uthola impendulo eright ekuchazelayo ukuthi ama exclusions yini, mawulimele wenze njani, yini ebangayikhavi, mangabe unama complaints wa raise, because abantu kaningi sidonsa ipolicy yethu ye insurance mase kune claim. and it's too late by then. Insurance policy, you read it mabakuthumela yona ukuthi if unama questions wabuze upfront ungazoxakeka masovelelwe ingozi.
Mukhadi, thank you for clarifying that, because I think a lot of people were thinking just because I'm in a service delivery protest, just because ngishawe imoto yami idlula, I need to government will be liable without me having a cover. So let's talk about Mukhadi just mentioned a very important aspect of this when we're talking about strike. So would you deal with abantu mhlambe abalokuziwe emsebenzini because they were hurt in a strike that was possibly unprotected sebefuna ukusuwisha company?
The surprising thing is that I was listening to Umbukeli lo besithi government must pay. It doesn't just go like that, because government
uzokhokhelana uzothi ubuwenza
government somebody has been involved now kumele be involved. So what usually happens is that when the strike that has been involved, in fact, the organizers of the strike, there's a certain legislation that governs them to organize the strike. They are required in terms of the legislation to make sure that there is proper planning.
Proper planning.
Oh my God. Okay. When a union is going to a strike, umthetho uthi mabathi make sure there is proper planning.
Notify company as well.
Kufuneka bacela permission yokwenza strike, number one. Number two, they are required to have some negotiations and consultation with amapolisa so as to protect safety and security yabantu. Number three, they must make sure that members zabo bayaziwonisha about the consequences of the damages abantu kwenzeka. Ndizakwenzela umzekelo about there was a big strike that happened in Cape Town, I think it was about 2001. Whereby damaged goods, damaged abantu bathengisa estratweni, damaged into zakho, cars were damaged. There was a lot of chaos that happened as a result of the strike. It was related to the security industry.
Yes.
So what happened in that industry? Because, for example, there was a lady who was stand sakhe flowers sademolishwa ngabantu bestriker. Omnye umuntu ebethengisa pha nayo istrikers afika zademolisha benze chaos.
And also looting le yenzakalayo.
Exactly, and the looting and some cars were vandalized. The law is clear on that instance. Is clear that the trade union that organized the match is going to be liable.
Okay.
But in that Cape Town case, they have tried by all means to escape liability by saying that that law, it must be declared unconstitutional because it hinders a constitutional right to have a protest, of which the law had to look at all the circumstances to say that in as much as this law is saying that you are liable under the circumstances if something happened. What steps have you taken to ensure that none of these things have happened? And then the court have to consider all the steps that were taken to make sure that there was a peaceful strike and all that.
Okay.
But in that instance, the reason why they had to call for Section 11 to be declared unconstitutional is because they were avoiding the liability. So in those instances, the people, they can go against the union to say, as a result of this strike, I have suffered so much damage. And in that instance, it's called patrimonial damage. In that instance, you give them a proof to say that this is a proof that I have suffered these damages, and these damages, the amount yakhona yilena as a result of.
Ngifuna sibachazele ngaleyo patrimonial and non-patrimonial damages shortly after this break. Ngibukela ungayindawo indaba yethu izoshisa kakhulu. Thatha amapeni namaphepha. After the break ngizovula nengcingo 011-714-6918 or 714-6919. Our email consumer@sabc.co.za. Msthathi Kefu. Bukela ingcingo zethu seyivuliwe-ke manje usungasishayela ucingo usibuza umbono noma ubeke umbono usibuza umbuzo noma ubeke umbono ungasibhalela futhi ne-email usifollowe lapha ku-Twitter na ku-Facebook. I'm still with the two lovely ladies uSisiya kanye noMokhadi. Sisiya, let's firstly understand this now. I know ukuthi we've covered a lot of ground and it just seems like all these terms keep popping up. I understand here ukuthi a delict law in South Africa ibizwa there is a law of delict which governs issues zama liability. Awusichazele kabanzi ngale delict ichaza ukuthini?
I-law of delict ichaza ukuthi if wena ungumuntu uye waluza izinto because of certain action ezenziwe ngumuntu okanye umuntu one duty yokwenza into khangayenza and then end up loser, then i-law can consider i-case yakho.
Okay.
I-delete leyo. Certain kinds of damages that are claimed under a delete, sorry. We talked about patrimonial damages.
Yes.
For example, a case whereby your car has been damaged, we protest. Klo incidents, uyenza kanjani. Because it's a patrimonial damage, you can take the car to the people that are fixing the cars, and then you get a quotation.
Yes.
In that instance, you've got a fixed amount, or you lose layer, which you can claim and indicate to the court. Because of lendo yenzekileyo, ndiluze le mali ingaka. So, lo mntu involved, ukanye responsible for ukwenza lento must pay the amount.
Yes.
That's patrimonial damage. But there are instances whereby the amount it cannot be identified like a goat. If, for example, uye waluza umzali uye wafa and lo mzali ubuxhomekeke kuyo, then so some of those things it's called it's not patrimonial, it's the opposite, whereby you have to look at how much what is the age le umzali wakho akushiye kuyo, ebeku maintain ngamalini lifestyle yakho ibisithini, what are the issues, city pain and suffering, loss of earnings,
like emotional,
but exactly,
okay.
but ezo zinto ke zona ke you can't get a quote uthi nazi.
Yeah.
Ukuze uyazi amount, you will have to get the experts bazokuxelela into bana even if mhlambi it's an injury into bana okay le injury is it permanent okanye is it temporary, how long is it going to take, and nabo baya estimate based on their experience bana okay you have injured your leg in these circumstances, you are going to need iphysio mhlambi uzazinida uzofumana sessions ezingaphi sizakukhosta, bona baya quantify ke ngokulakini so that xa usiya ecourt ufike ecourt uthi ndifuna uclaima le mali kulo mntu responsible for ubani bekleme kondikuyo,
because usengifaka kwezi izindleko
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right,
so those are non-patrimonial damages ke.
Okay, siyabonga ntokazi, at least wayizama phanga isinto ukuthi kuyichaza mbukela. I hope ukuthi uzwile lapho. Let's take our first caller today, Anonymous, all the way in Pretoria. Thank you for staying on the line. Umbuzo noma umbona?
Okay, sisi.
Kunjani sis?
Ngikhona njani?
Siyaphila ntokazi, qhubeka ngombuzo noma umbono wakho.
Okay, umbuzo wami ukuthi we had a child here, the bamdubula ku protesting.
Okay.
Wayengekho striking and ne strike bengesezindlu bese ngekho legal.
Okay.
So bamdubula.
Isikhathi esidlulile wadubuleka nini sithanda sami?
It was, I think, last year. But umuntu bamdubula uboshiwe and he was charged even ngemurder, which I'm not quite sure if imurder yakhe lo mntwana or it's another murder because bekuyitsotsi.
Okay, Anonymous, lo mntana wadutshulwa washona naye?
Washona immediately, yeah.
Oh, okay. Qhubeka ke ntokazi. So what has happened since?
The thing is, it's my neighborhood. I never follow it, but my question as you speak now, ngicabanga ukuthi ngibuzise because ngibone ngekho right because umntana it was like wadutshulwe ngekho striking and ne strike is illegal.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, Anonymous, just stay on the line in case osisi bafuna further details. Who wants to ukuthi azama ukumsiza usisi? Sisi?
I can respond.
Yeah, bunga respond ntokazi.
You still have got 3 years to lodge a claim. We are a court, a civil claim. Okanye ufuna lawyer ezakunceda. The fact that kukho criminal actions that are taken against the person who murdered umntana lowo, that's a different process. You can still go through another process. You can go through the civil process. You claim.
Okay, and
yes.
Isebenza kanjani leyo process?
You go to the lawyer, but it depends. If you can afford a lawyer, you can go and see a lawyer. If I afford the lawyer, you can go to the legal aid, the legal aid, and they will help you to draft documents as proper so that you can lodge a claim against this person. But it's about a problem if lo mntu nje bayibanjiwe naye ngumuntu ongenamali, because a civil claim is there to compensate whatever financial loss that you may have incurred as a result of that incident.
So maybe for funeral expenses.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, Anonymous, I hope ukuthi uzwile lapho ntokazi. I understand ukuthi ufuna ukusiza your neighbors, so ungabaxelela uba they can actually go njengoba usisiya esechazile bayofuna i-civil claim and then bazobachazela. Where can she go? Use Pretoria. Do you know ukuthi
legal aid is set down in central in Pretoria. It's just that I don't know their number. You can go to the legal aid in town.
Okay.
Or alternatively, if we are going to afford a lawyer, you can go to any lawyer and then you tell story sabo baza
uthi abakhona uku-afford loyo.
Then babaye legal aid.
Okay, Anonymous, sicela utshela ama-neighbors wakho ntokazi uthi sicela baye lapha legal aid baphathe yonke imininingwane yokuthi umntana meshona kanjani yonke leyo ma-reports from elab zonke lezo zinto ne-death certificate. I'm sure it will come in handy bese beyayihambisa bazothola usizo lapho. Okay, mbukeli ke mhlawumbe nawe uke wabandakanya ke odlameni owawungahlangananga neze nalo. Singathanda ukwazi ukuthi wayixazulula kanjani wena inkinga yakho. Sishayele emva kwaleli case. Coming back after this. We've seen abantu belimala ezingozini abangahlangene neze nazo phecelezi mhlambe mebe service delivery protest uthola ukuthi umuntu uselimele or imoto yakho ishawe mudlula kuleyo service delivery protest. Sibuza namhlanje ukuthi iziphi inyathelo ongayithatha wena ukuze phela ugcizelele amalungelo akho. Ake sibone ukuthi nithini lapha ku Facebook. All right, Ulusiwe Mlambo uthi my friend got shot mistakenly when taxi drivers had a fight. She left a 2-month-old son and she was buried. Uhulumeni uyena vele ekumele akhokhe nomthetho uqine. Abantu bayashona left and right bashiya izingane ezincane. Mama give us a signal on how to deal with these heartless thieves and strangers and junkies. Siyabonga kakhulu Lusiwe. All right, I'm going to ask the ladies to comment on that. I guess izuthokozani Mlangeni uthini yena uthi people must have insurance because the government ayingeni indawo ekulimaleni kwakho phela akusi government ethe limala. Life will be easy if you have insurance. What do you think about these conflicting views? Let's start with you Mogadi.
Ngithanda i-comment yaka Thokozani ukuthi abantu mababe ne-insurance. Angeke ngizokhuluma ngabanye ama-insurance companies kodwa mangirefera ku-SABC particularly ama-premiums wethu are cheap. Nanoma ubana ngawa-afforda. Ngizokunikeza i-example yemoto. For your car per month you pay 2 rands only. Okay. So that if udlula ku-protest imoto yakho iyashayeka noma imoto yakho iyashiswa.
When it comes to imoto, yes. This is what I want to find out because ngangibuza u-superintendent wama-traffic corps ukuthi if imoto yakho ilimala during a service delivery protest, obviously kumele wena uyokhipha i-claim yelokhuzana. Ngambuza ngathi ubhale incident or accident report because kusuke ngeyona i-accident. So maybe you need to really explain to us i-difference lapho. How do you then classify it? Does it not already come with my standard motor insurance?
It does. Isa ne-standard motor insurance sakho kufana nokuthi mawuclaima ku-SABC awuzi kithi directly because sebenza namanye ama-insurance companies. Uya ku-whoever o-insure imoto yakho ubatshela ukuthi na into engenzakalele bona then bayayithatha bayibheke bathi cha le akusiyo yethu ye-SABC. So bazokwazi bona wena
bangakutsheli when you're taking the insurance.
Exactly. Into ekumele yikho ngishilo ecaleni ukuthi into enkulu ekumele siyende ukufundisa abantu nge-insurance ngoba asisithatha isikhathi sokuthi sifundise ama-consumers ethu. Abantu babhadala imali every month bane-insurance but they don't understand ukuthi babhadalela ini. If you are involved in a service delivery protest, you don't need ukuthi ubhale i-essay. All you do ukutshela insurance company yakho ukuthi nako kwenzekile ngesikhathi se-incident bona bazothatha i-report yakho bayi-assesse and then if bafile ukuthi ye-SABC bayithumela kithi nathi siyayi-assessa mangabe i-claim yethu sithathe sibhadala imoto.
And then obviously with claims it is the norm ukuthi kumele kube ne-case number kanjani. So kumele uqale police station osichazele i-process ntokazi.
I-process yokuqala police station kithi kokunye yasebenza kokunye sincedwa ukuthi sinama media reports. Ama-protests are normally covered by media reports. So we get ama-media articles as well. Siyabuka naseyindabeni ukuthi kuyenzakalani. Ukhulume earlier ngama-train ashiswa abagibeli. Bangajabulanga nge-service abayinikezwa uPrasa bazohamba bayoshisa ama-train. Siyakubona konke lokho kuvela e-TV. So into ezoyenzakala ukuthi kuthunywa ama-assessor ahamba yo-assessa ama-damages babheka ama-circumstances interview ama-witnesses basho ukuthi nakho kwenzekile bese uyibuyisela ku-insurance company yakho. If uyile emaphoyiseni une-case number nakhona uthatha leyo police statement uyinikeza insurance company yakho bona bayayibheka bathatha i-decision ukuthi cha le komele siyibuyisele back to SABC.
You know Mohadi, I'm not sure if this is your forte, but while we're speaking about ukulimala kwabantu in a train or something, would you say ukuthi Prasa is then responsible for leo payment or ama claims that should arise umuntu megalimala with inside a train or a train station because usebenzisa ilokhuzana space sePrasa?
I think when it comes to my liability insurance, it would go to IPRASA.
Okay.
So you guys have got liability cover on what we call our underlying policies. Should motu apega kona isazre kona ama normal insurance companies zoti abnormal because ba cover izinto ezenzeka mihla namalanga.
Okay.
So ibona ukuzothiwa ngilimale ngise mall ngishelelile emall yenu cela ukuthi ningincede. Ngilimalile ngigibela itrain ePrasa. Kodwa yabona kuma protest iba tricky ngoba abagibeli mhlawumbe yiba bacala protest. Abagibeli yiba bacela bashisa itrain. So angazi ke lapho ukuthi iliability ibheka kanjani into enjalo because kaningi balimaza izinto abazicale kwabona.
Okay, and ngizofuna usisiya asichazele mhlambe umuntu eshiblikiswa amafutha eShoprite emall kuzomela ayoclaima kuba ungahle ntokazi. We've had things coming in. We've had these calls coming in bethi umuntu ushiblikile waphuka sekumela ayoclaima. Ake ngithathe uvikani kade bambili insizwa all the way from Port Shepstone insizwa. Ngiyakwamukela umbuzo noma umbono.
Yebo sesinjani?
Siyaphila insizwa kunjani?
Ngikhona ukhona uvikana esikhosana la ePort Shepstone.
Qhubeka insizwa.
Angithi sisi ngo-2012 ngishayiswe imoto ingishayela emsebenzini ngisezekontrakeni.
Yebo. Imoto yasemsebenzini lekushayisayo?
Ngishaywa imoto yasemsebenzini.
Okay.
Enkampanini ekade yenza umgwaqo ngasekhaya. Okay, uma ngishaya umuntu wangishayisa ngemoto wangiseqeda wangithatha yena wangiphuthumisa esibhedlela.
Yebo.
Wafu wangishiya khona. Kwabe lapho kunamathuluzi kwakufuneka ngifike nawo khona.
Amathuluzi?
Yebo, angithi emsebenzini kunemoto yakho libe ngidrive.
Oh, okay. Manje uhambena lamathuluzi wayesibhedlela.
Kwenza kanje naki. Kwabe sekufuneka makubuye iletho kwasemakhaya kwakufuneka makulandwe iforeman eThekwini ezodwa ngayo. Yafike leyo foreman leyo sangezwana. Uthe emva ka 3 days abese ngishaya ngayo leti imoto iforeman leyo seyivele imoto ingasekho kumina. Lapho ngiphethe amathuluzi asemsebenzini ngangohambisa kwenye indawo athwala ile moto libeyade ngiyisebenzisa mina. Emva kwaloko lo muntu angishayise ngemoto kade angithatha angisene esibhedlela afika ngishiye kanjalo. Ngifonelwe mina ngingatholakali ngizomthwala ngabo 6 ntambama ngilele embhedeni sengichaza ukuthi ngishayise sibani ngemoto wangalento angazi kwenzakalani. Kwathiwa yathi sethi yofisa ayizange itshenwe lutho yona ngami. Ngawo umuntu ozophelela esibhedlela kanjalo ke.
Okay.
Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi into enjalo uyithini ngoba kuthe ngoJanuary ngabe sengithi ngiyobuza ukwenza ngashawa ngemoto kwaphela kanje. Isethi office ngiyikwazi ukukhuluma lutho ngami ngoba umuntu wangishanga ngemoto wangithatha emgaqweni wangibalekisa ngebizinze lutho. Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi njalo yenziwa njani ke.
Lalela Bhutvikani ngicela ungalidrop ucingo because sazodinga eminye imininingwane uba ungasiza ubhuti la sisi.
Bhutvikani uthi accident it happened ngo-2012.
Yebo sisi ngemsebenzini isikhathi umsebenzi futhi.
Between u-2012 nanamhlanje into oyenzileyo.
Okay, angithi ngo-2014 ngiyazama ukuxhumana nabanye abameli ngani.
Yebo bhuti.
Baloko bengathenda ngaze ngagcina sengize ngiyofika ko-picture kuma-specialist ngoba sengiyagula. Nginesifo sokuba nginomlenze ongasindi.
Webhutvikani
mangibeka khona kwathuleka-ke nje kuthi namhlanje naka ngithi abafuni sekile.
Bhutvikani, I'm trying to understand uthi company yakho, how have they assisted you because ubu on duty all along? Bakhona umzamo mhlawumbe abawenzile ukuthi bazama ukutracka lo muntu owakushayisa because this involves the company itself. Even amathuluzi ecompany were involved in this accident.
Abafunanga ukumlandela okunaloko kwaba yimina sifuna ngilo ngehla ngenyongo
wamthola nsizwa umtholile ugcina umthola lo baba
ugcine nasemaphoyiseni kuthiwa akatholakala ngiphume kuyena
and then muya esibhedlela because I'm sure mekakubhalisa lapha kwakumele bathathe imininingwane yakhe bathini khona
uyabona uqonde nabo sebaze basuka kulesibhedlela sami lana kodwa nangisaqhubeka ngisabheze ngiklinika khona.
Okay. Oh, okay. Nsizwa uthe usePort Shepstone, maybe who singamleyalela kubani ezozwa kahle udaba lakhe because we are challenged by isikhathi. We can't really listen to all ama merits endaba yakhe sisi.
Okay. It looks like le ndaba yakho ubusitsho ba ibiseyiqala udilishana namagqwetha. And ke ngoku andikho sure into bana ngoba bedilishana nayo badilishana nayo from which angle because there is a liability that the employer is supposed to be faced with kuba ingozi yenzeke wena usemsebenzini okokuqala. So ke ngoku andiyazi ke ngokuba singenza kanjani into bana siyazi into bana what exactly were the lawyers doing.
Okay.
Because there's a process that is continuing from where they've started.
And who can you phone or ahambe ayobabona?
Kufuneka ahambe ayobabona, but if they can't help him makayoba report law society so that law society can intervene izoti find out into bana kwenzeka ntoni. And for him to get to another person, because if uzawufumana omnye umuntu ayiqala ayizukwazi because there's a 3-year period within which you have to lodge a claim. So because in 2014 something has happened, which means that the prescription was interrupted, of which for one to take over that case, they need to deal with that interruption that had taken place, so as to avoid defense no, this case has happened a long time ago.
Okay.
So la file iyanideka la file.
Okay. Uthi uyagula uBhudvikani Sisiya, so what can he do? Angakhona ukuthi mhlambe aye kwi legal aid afike abeke indaba yakhe.
Makaye kwi legal aid closer kuye and makaphathe i-details ala lawyer yimnceda, because istory sizawufumaneka pha into bana what exactly happened.
Okay. All right, Bhudvikani Nsizwa, asithemba ukuthi uzosizakala lapho. If awusizakala, please ungalokhuza ungasabi, send us an email sizocela thina osisi ukuthi what further actions can they assist you in. Ake ngithathe uMakyolo all the way from Mthatha before siye Kefini. Makyolo, sekwamukela ohlelweni, umbuzo noma umbona?
Ndiyabuza sisi wami.
Kunjani tata?
Ndiphilile sisi wami.
Siphilile tata.
Sisi wami bendifuna uqonda kwezondwendwe uhleli nazo apha.
Ewe tata.
Xa unawulimala mhlawumbe utshayiswa imoto, ezinto nithetha ngazo ezondwendwe mhlawumbe apha eMthatha azikho zibunqongophala, ziyezithweni mhlawumbe kuklenywa koobhayi monti, ngoba into ezininzi apha eMthatha azikho sisi wami. Yayibona ke into ezinjalo kaloku yicingeni kusekho amaphandle ayisiSky, iTranskei. Yayiqonda sisi wami?
Ewe tata.
Ewe.
Okay, so when ufuna ubuza uba
nje kulonto leyo kuba xa umuntu enokwenzakala mhlawumbe afumane ingozi yemoto okanye mhlawumbe angaclaima njani, okanye njengoba bendisiva phe TV-ni mhlawumbe atyibilike liqolo lebhanana, into ezinjalo.
Okay tata, sicela nje uhlale phambi kwamabonakude wakho. Will address that question yakho shortly after this break. Mbukeli ave sinomona ngempela isikhathi. Let's quickly take off at break yethu ngiyacabanga ukuthi yokugcina, and then we're going to come back sinikeze ama tips nokuthi ezinye izinto ekumele nizazi. We're coming back shortly after that. Okay, it's our final segment. La sadinga ukuthi mangabe wena ulimale kwi service delivery protest, kwi strike noma kwashaya imoto yakho udlula endaweni ezinabantu ababhikishayo, what is your legal recourse? Ngihleli nezintokazi la uSisiya noSesimohadi basitshela kabanzi ukuthi wena yini ongayenza ukuthi waze amalungelo wakho. Sizile ubaba uMakyolo la from Mthatha uyabuza bandla sesiya ukuthi they still live in rural areas, people don't have information, bahlale bezwa noma kuthiwa umuntu was in an accident kwenziwa investigation, they don't even know where these investigations take place. They're thinking it's in Joburg. So what can we tell them abantu abalapha? I'm sure there's legal offices Izpha.
Certainly there are legal offices in Mthatha, but I'm sure in town, not in the rural areas. But ke ngoku ingxaki into bana abantu bayayazi nalonto, and I'm not sure if it should be your responsibility in terms of like awareness about the offices, because I think it's the Department of Justice that should be responsible for that kind of awareness. And if people are not being helped to get Mthatha, the closest city that I can think of is East London, but it distance between Mthatha and East London.
Sisi, it seems like, I mean, there's a high rise of amalokuzana, a high number of incidents of abantu ababethwa zimoto, particularly in rural areas, because of the bad infrastructure nemigwaqo. I mean, what is the first avenue umuntu ke xa esetshayiswe imoto? We heard this other guy esithi umuntu umthathe self wamisa esibhedlela wafika wamlahla pha. What is the right way to respond if umuntu eshawe imoto?
Effects is a like cases wishy-washy, because at some point in time there's an issue of vicarious liability of an employer instead of him having to chase.
Let's say akusiyona-ke employer. Let's say a normal person ucrossa umgaqo and ubethwa imoto.
Xa utshayiswe ngumuntu ngemoto, you can lodge a claim against that person. Umthatha umse court, but you need to have i-details zalaa mntu. Uba imoto abeyiqhuba, i-accident yenzeke ngabani ixesha P and all that, so that when you are starting illegal process, uyazi uba ngubani kanye kanye lo mntu umsuwishayo. Because if you don't have ezo details, uzawusuwisha bani.
Do I then, as an individual, umuntu olimele, go and report ubana I've been involved in a car accident? How does it work?
In most instances, there is abantu be tow truck who are always assisting us lawyers to find out the people. Xa kune accident baye bafike benze bengaba bathowisha imoto. When they're doing that, then they would help. Sometimes people baba honest baye report a case amapolisa okanye amapolisa afike. Then xa amapolisa involved, then it becomes easier because amapolisa azothatha statement kube ne accident report. Then it becomes easier. Lena is situation, it may look like a situation of a hit and run. The situation ka hit and run, it's very difficult to prove. And you can't go making allegations against abantu ongabaziyo. You have to know when you're going to court and you are going against who.
Okay, so most importantly, have details of the perpetrators. If umuntu egile ngemoto, make sure ubana if there's relatives or the people that are around there, get a license number, get everything that you think you might need for inansega. Let's quickly
sometimes
take a look.
you even have witnesses in the location who will attest
that you can actually
and they would even attest to what exactly transpired and what is it that they've seen. And that usually help in terms of like the proceedings.
All right, is there anything you want to add there, Mukhadi, before I take the Facebook?
No, thank you.
All right. Let's quickly take your Facebook messages. Mbukeli ezokuvalelisa namhlanje uzenzile zena zukasaze nqasa uthi Majali, you look beautiful, sisi. Thank you so much. Uthi respect their cars, sisi. Respect. What is he trying to say? A lot, and I don't like being near them. Oh, I respect their cars. Usho lezi is a cash in transit. Uthi a lot, and I don't like being near them. But why are fidelity guards always angry or serious in Mindfreer? Asazi wethu, because baphethe a lot of cash. Ubani okasmile mephethe imali ezandile. Sithandwa khumale uthi baningi abantu abalimalayo ezindaweni, but government akakusukumeli lokho. We'll quickly get a comment from that. Let's close with Usam April Sihobela. Uthi, my friend was shot on during a community protest by police, and he was not on strike. He was just passing, and he wasn't shot with a rubber bullet. He was actually shot with a real bullet. My friend was murdered. What can we do? I think we've seen these reports actually ziningi kwi media. Mokhadi, what do you want to say to this quickly?
Unfortunately, on these ones, I think it's abantu lazy, and tina we far removed from zona. Tina sisebenza ngama material damages. Sisebenza ngama assets. In terms of ukulimala kwabantu kuma protesti asihlangani nakho. And isizathu saloko ukuthi insurance company enye nenye ibheka ama risks ayo ukuthi le risk masingayithatha sizoyikhona na. Asifuna ukuthi kusasa sibuye kubantu sithi sibhadalela abantu abawu100 kulonyaka odlulile asise imali yokubhadala ama claims. So indlela yethu yokuthi nathi sicontrol ama risks ethu yiko sithi when it comes to ama personal accident nokulimala kwabantu, unfortunately asithithi lokho asibandakanye nalokho.
What do you want to say when I guess here, because that's your forte?
Okay, usam le ngxaki kasami ingathi yabambeka, but andiyazi ba it happened when did it happen, because xa ufuna usuwisa amapolisa, you've got a time period within which you must notify them within 6 months, and then there's a 3-year period. But it looks like something that can be taken over in terms of like suing amapolisa through via the minister, of course.
That's when now they come to you.
Exactly. That's where they come to us. But sometimes they can even go straight, but because there's an investigation unit, Yamapolisa, if you know the dates and where the protest took place and the events, and then they can lodge the claim with the ICD to say that this incident had happened and take it with the minister as well.
All right, ladies, I'm going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for pushing through this whole hour. Sis Mokhadi, thank you so much. It was your first time, Lana namhlanje. We loved having you. Mbukeli ngebhadi kuyazi isikhathi mase kumnandi nje indaba isithi yaqina nesikhathi ke sivane siphele. But let me thank my studio guests for isikhathi sabo and availing themselves and giving us those answers ekade nifuna. Ngiphinde ngibonge nani for your participation. Uphinde mbukeli uhlelo lethu liyaphinda la ngolesine every Thursday from 10 kuya ku11 ebusuku, and then next week uSimphiwe Ngcongwane uzobe khona la eniphathele a fresh round on Monday from 12 kuya ku1. Mina ku Alisha uMdlanhlo wakajali ngithi nje salani kahle, hambani yofuna lawo ma liability contracts.
Yilungelo